Construction Industry Transformation Map, ITM. This construction industry transformation map is actually the collective effort of the industry, Institute of Higher Learning, union, and government. And they have set the vision as well as the mission that shape our built environment sector. The mission is actually the digital revolution, rapid urbanization, climate change. So, digital revolution means IDD. Rapid urbanization, put in a simple explanation, is actually DFMA, PBBC, quality, and safety matters that we're going to cover for this topic. And climate change refer to green building, super low energy building. And actually this whole construction industry transformation map is actually the master plan for the built environment in Singapore. The construction sector is among the 23 sectors which contribute most significantly to Singapore economy and identified to develop industry transformation map. There are 5 sectors in this construction ITM under the built environment, which are the real estate, security, environmental services, and landscape sectors. Okay, what is real estate? Real estate, more on the developers, builders, and the real estate agent, and MSCT to maintain the building, the security, the safety of the buildings, and the rest. This construction ITM envision an advanced and integrated sector with widespread adoption of leading technology, led by a progressive collaborative firm, well posed to capture business opportunity and supported by a skilled and competent workforce. Okay, what do you mean envision, ITM envision? It visualize, it imagine the possibility of the future of the built environment with the widespread adoption of all the leading technology, the way forward. ITM has identified 3 key transformation areas to address the challenges faced by the sector. And these are the 3 that we're going to cover mainly on IDD, DFMA, as well as green building. Construction ITM. The whole process, you can look at it, is build smart, build efficiently, build green. Of course, we talk of build green, you need green mark. You need super low energy building certification. You talk build efficiently, you need PBBC, PBU. And you talk about build smart, you need the IDD, the software to build first and then build actual. The 3 key areas to transform the sector, to go into more detail, is design for manufacturing and assembly, DFMA, integrated digital delivery, IDD, green building. This is an excerpt from speech by Ministry of State Jackie Mohammed at the Committee of Supply debate in March 2020 this year, not long ago. In 2017, he said, we developed the Construction Industry Transformation Map, or we call ITM, with the industry unit and the IHLL, Institute of Higher Learning, Design for Manufacturing and Assembly, DFMA, and firstly, we are fundamentally changing the way that we build through DFMA, unquote. DFMA allows us to move on-site construction work into a more controlled working environment off-site. This way, construction becomes faster, cleaner, quieter, and of higher quality. For example, I visited a site called Team Build. A local builder achieved close to 37% site productivity gain for its very spring at Yishun. It's a HDB built-to-order project by adopting the PPVC. So we are on track to meet this DFMA adoption target at 40% this year and an even higher rate at 70% by 2025, 5 years down the road. So this is an ambitious target that we're going to achieve this by working together with the industry. We aim to make DFMA our default way of building. So you look at it, the last paragraph, our DFMA adoption rate, the current adoption rate is 40%. And 5 years down the road, we are going to achieve 70%. But in other words, you can see more PPVC building project going on. Not only the private sector, but the government. That means the HDB is the biggest developer in Singapore, and they're going to use this PPVC in a big way. Outside productivity has improved over 70% in the last decade, which is quite significant. To boost DFMA adoption, BCA have enhanced our buildability framework last year, raising standard for a larger residential development and allowing outcome-based solution to enhance building design that can be constructed more productively. Outcome-based solution. More flexibility for the architect and the PE. We will further enhance the framework this year by requiring higher buildability standard for other development, including commercial and institutional building. In other words, B score will be raised soon. So we will also restructure the framework to encourage the industry to incorporate DFMA technology into the structural, component, architectural, and the MEP design for the building. The private sector will also continue to generate lead demand for DFMA by the master plan, the transformation plan, ITM. To this end, we will set aside 120 million under the Private Sector Construction Productivity Fund for more private sector to adopt DFMA for project launch by 2021. So more funds will be provided for contractors who support DFMA, support PBBC building program, and thus reduce worker reliance. IDD, Integrated Digital Delivery. Okay, what is IDD? IDD is actually the digitalization of the construction process will facilitate wider development of DFMA technology. And this BIM technology will allow architect and engineer to design and build in the virtual setting. This improves the accuracy of the construction plan and reduce abortive work downstream. IDD take this further by leveraging technology to better collaboration among the project parties across the building life cycle. And this had coordinate production and the supply chain and build more efficiently to improve building quality and to optimize the operation and maintenance. For example, contractors Guan Ho is our Singapore homegrown construction firm, has been using this digital technology to track building components as they fabricated, deliver, and install at Punggol Town Hub. By using this IDD, Guan Ho has reduced time spent on project management by up to 30%. For such scenario, we want more local firms to use IDD to build smarter and more efficiently in Singapore context. Green building. Our industrial transformation efforts are not limited to improving productivity alone. It's connected. As DPM code emphasized during budget, say we must remit our city to meet the challenges of climate change. Now building account for over 20% of our carbon emission. Green building are hence an important part of the Singapore climate change mitigation strategy. So you will see more building will be certified Green Mark. And there will be a competition to get Green Mark Platinum. And even better than Green Mark Platinum, what we call super low energy building. Since the launch of BCA Green Mark scheme in 2005, we have greened more than 40% of building by GFA. We are also on track to meet our target of 80% by 2020. So in other words, currently we have Green Mark building at 40% based on GFA, and we are going to increase the target to 80% by 2030, 10 years down the road, and it can be done. So the super low energy building program was launched in 2018. Recently, which goes beyond the Green Mark Platinum standard. The super low energy building department has been formed in BCA to look into this program. For instance, Keppel Land and BCA are working together to transform the Keppel Bay Tower into a super low energy building. If you've got time, we can pay a visit there. The building uses innovative technology, including a high efficiency air distribution system and autonomous lighting control to reduce energy consumption by about 30%. This is a good example of how this existing building can achieve super low energy standard and that we have set. Keppel Bay Tower will be the first commercial building fully powered by renewable energy. And more will be follow up for this. Another development, recently CapitaLand, a developer, has been awarded the BCA Green Mark Platinum called Super Low Energy Building Certification. So it was the first logistic building in Singapore to achieve this recognition. All these are co-created under the Singapore Green Building Master Plan 2020. You will see more Green Mark certification. You can see more IDD application and PPBC building project going on the way forward now. Look at this Build SG Transformation Fund. To do all these projects to realize our dream, the way forward, some of the contractor or developer need some fund to start off. So we have a fund for that, for workforce development, DFMA, IDD, green building, and research and innovation. But I will cover more on the DFMA and IDD for this project productivity innovation project, they call PIP. We have fund for that. For example, if you can propose innovation project that can save manpower or more than 30%, fund will be awarded for this program. And then we have others scheme like offsite construction special scheme that can use the private sector construction productivity fund, PSCPF. These funds are mostly used by government, the HDB project, where HDB use PPVC, where they need to build the prefabrication factories, automation factories for the PPVC, and the green building retrofit energy efficiency financing scheme. So these are something new for the industry. All these are the possibility for the future, the way forward. Okay, the PIP. So the PIP incentive scheme co-fund up to 70% of the cost. You would like to know how much it will fund, but not 100%, 70% of the cost for technology adoption and innovation that improve productivity at the construction site. You need to propose, you need to prove the statistic that it works. No? BCA will evaluate the proposal, whether they can award you such a scheme fund to you. But the scheme is aimed to defray the cost required to re-engineer processes or adopt labor-efficient construction technology. Defray the cost to re-engineer processes. Encourage construction-related company to embark development project that build up their capability, as well as improve site productivity and reduce site worker. So you have all these requirements that you can go to apply for under the PIP, but at least 30 to 40% saving to make it a successful application. Okay, what's the level of support? Okay, the area is the technology and innovation, DFMA and the IDD. So which area of support they are looking at? If you're looking at DFMA, the integrated construction, the prefabrication hub, they call ICPH, or the automation hub, you can get up to 70% of the qualified cost, capped at 10 million per application. Not 10 million, but you at least get 70% of the qualifying cost. It's more than three quarter of the cost. If you want to develop this the ICPH, and then you look at the technology innovation. If you have a 30 or 40% productivity improvement at the trade level, so you can get up to 70% of the qualifying cost, capped at 1 million per application. So these are quite a big amount that you can look into it and use it. You have all these productive innovation, and we provide the co-funding support. So if you talk about IDD, of course, these are more on the software management tools. You can go as high as 700,000 per application, and also 70% of the qualifying cost. All these are big amount that you can use it. You have proved that your proposal can work.